Live from Detroit's news leader, it's 6 o'clock. This is Local 4, where local news comes first.
We firmly believe that he was planning an attack. He was angry at everybody. I don't know if it was one particular race. It didn't really seem to matter to him.
I just want them to know Andrew is a good kid. He's kind and generous. He would do anything for anybody.
Good evening, I'm Devin, Scillian.
And I'm Carmen, Harlen. We're live at the Ryder Cup. We'll get back to that in just a moment, but a very serious story, a school terror plot to start with, Devin.
Here's the very latest this afternoon. Late this afternoon, 17-year-old Andrew Ozentowski was formally charged with several counts, including plotting an act of terrorism. The teen's father and an adult neighbor were also in court. We've got live team coverage coming up. Our Mark Santia has the frightening findings of the investigation. Jeff Vaughn has been looking into what we've been able to determine about the suspect. Let's start with you, Mark.
Yeah, Devin, online, the high school student allegedly wrote, "I don't care if there are 500 police around the school, because if someone is determined enough to do it, they'll do it." Now, officers read that chat. They jumped into action, saying they were stunned at what they found in a Clinton Township home. But tonight, nobody is more shocked than the suspect's mother.
Andrew is a good kid. He's kind and generous. He would do anything for anybody.
Janice Ozentowski says when police raided her home, she had no idea it would involve her son, Andrew.
So my husband would never allow guns to come into our house, ever. We've never owned a gun. We've never had a gun, other than my husband buying Andrew a pellet gun.
But an online chat with a girl from Washington State paints a different picture of the 17-year-old. He says, quote, "If I don't like what you stand for, you die. I choose who lives and dies."
On one that right off at the beginning, where he's actually on the tape playing with the weapons and pretending to shoot the weapons.
Police find the militant videotapes, as well as more than a dozen pipe bombs, neo-Nazi literature, and assault weapons. Investigators believe Andrew was planning an attack on his high school, Chippewa Valley. Quote, "I can't handle it. Problems arise. 8 more months, and I won't be here." Sources tell Local 4 in 8 months, they believe Ozentowski would have attacked the school. Police also arrest Andrew's father and a neighbor, Dominic Queentree, who they believe did not have any involvement in the school plot. Sources tell Local 4 Andrew met Queentree in this wooded area, where he used an explosive on this tree and taught the 17-year-old how to make bombs. Ozentowski is facing several charges, including terrorism. Today, his bond was set at $1 million. Now, for more on the teenage suspect, I turn it over to my colleague, Jeff Vaughn, who's also in Clinton Township. Jeff.
Yeah, Mark, it seemed that there were two sides to this teen. One that bragged freely on the internet about what he was planning to do, then the other one who didn't tell a soul, not even his closest friends. To find out more about this suspect, we had to go back in time to his high school yearbook, where he was just a face in the crowd.
17-year-old Andrew Ozentowski is a troubled teen. He didn't show it.
He never mentioned anything about what he was going to do or trying to do.
Local 4 has learned the teen has attended at least 3 schools in just over 3 years. At De La Salle, a private boys' school in Warren, Ozentowski got good grades as a freshman and sophomore and left for undisclosed reasons in September of 2002. A principal at the academy says Andrew did not have any disciplinary problems, but did not comment on a fight others say had him expelled. Ozentowski worked at Fern Hill Country Club, where a co-worker says he was fired.
Yes, he stole a golf cart from there.
Friends of the teen say Ozentowski disappeared during his junior year, but may have gone to yet another Metro Detroit private school before enrolling in Chippewa Valley, 3 days after classes began.
I just talked to him. I talked to him Tuesday. I was walking out of school, and I asked him how he was doing. He said he was liking the new school.
A student who tried to get to know Andrew says he gave no indication he was plotting to attack the school or its students, but does say Andrew was a loner.
When we were talking to him, he seemed really gloomy, depressed, didn't really speak much of anything. Of course, he was new.
Andrew was a student here at Chippewa Valley High School for only 10 days. He has been permanently suspended. Reporting live at Clinton Township, I'm Jeff Vaughn for Local First. Now let's go to Devin at Oakland Hill.
Yeah, all right, Jeff. So many questions still to be answered in all this as the parents and students at Chippewa Valley try to get their bearings. Stay with us for continuing coverage coming up here on Local 4 and at our website at clickondetroit.com.
A dangerous bank bandit has struck again, and
He's kind and generous. He would do anything for anybody. And he's very good with his autistic brother. I think he's just been brainwashed by this Nazi stuff that he had.
Andrew Osentowski's mother is horrified by what Clinton Township police found hidden in her attic and basement: assault rifles and knives. Police say Andrew was planning an attack on his new high school, and we're told one person he wanted dead was a school police officer. We talked to friends of Andrew.
I just talked to him. I talked to him Tuesday. I was walking out of school, and I asked him how he was doing. He said he was liking the new school, and that was just about it.
What did it seem like he was into?
That's video games, like Duke Nukem and stuff like that.
Andrew's mom says he wanted to go to Chippewa Valley High because he no longer wanted to attend an all-boys Catholic school. But school officials at St. Clement say he was expelled last year, but they wouldn't say why. Andrew's bond has been set at over $1 million, and his father was also arrested because police believe he helped Andrew hide the guns that he knew his son had stolen from a gun dealer. In Clinton Township, Kimberly Craig, Channel 7 Action News.
Now for the latest on the aftermath of Hurricane Ivan. People all over the